Welcome back, everyone. So this Facebook marketplace is a dangerous place and a good source for things that you don't need. Case in point, this 1987 Vendex Headstart Turbo 888 XT with monitor, keyboard, and mouse. Now, you might be thinking, didn't you just say that you were going to cut down on your vintage computer addiction, habit, whatever you want to call it? And the answer is yes. I did say that. But I say a lot of things, and I don't necessarily stick to the things I say. I just, like a kid in a candy store and Facebook Marketplace, I just acquire things. But to my credit, I have sold a lot of machines this year. I went to VCF East, and I sold probably 5 or 6 laptops, but then I came home with an IBM XT, as one does. I don't know what my plans are for this machine, but this thing just kept showing up in my feed, like, buy me, buy me, buy me. And the price was tempting. $150 was the asking. And I have at least some self-control, and I decided that $150 for this thing is not going to happen. And I finally said, you know what? I'm just going to offer the seller $100. I should have offered less. Learn from my mistake. Don't just offer, don't offer what you think they'll accept. Offer below that, and then negotiate from there. But the rest is history. It's sitting on my kitchen table, and it's begging for me to plug it in and see if it even works, because we don't even know if it works. If you've ever heard the expression buying a pig in a poke, this is the definition. But I figured $100 is an acceptable loss if it doesn't work, because there's a lot of stuff here that could be sold. Of one of which is a very early VGA monitor. Now you're thinking, it's an XT. Why the VGA monitor? Well, I didn't realize this until I picked it up and brought it home. But it has a very unique video card. I don't know what kind of card this is yet, but we're going to find out in just a few minutes. But it supports VGA and CGA. It's also got a dual game port card and whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what that is. We're going to find out. It's got parallel, serial, both 25 pin. Now this Vendex machine, if you're familiar with LGR, he actually did a video on this exact same system. The one that he did a review on was in its factory configuration. It had dual floppy drives. As far as I don't know, as far as I know, there wasn't an option for a built-in hard drive on this machine. It was either dual floppy or single floppy, perhaps. But this one was fitted with a Seagate hard drive of unknown size, and at this point, we don't even know what kind of a interface it has. I don't know if it's. I don't know. It's a mystery, and I like mysteries. But one of the coolest things that this machine came with is the original book and disc pack, and they all seem to be here. Let's take a look. System Master Disk 1, Master Disk 2, Executive Writer, Executive Filer, MyCalc, ATI Skill Builder. That's it. So that is something. That is something. I doubt these discs are any good. This machine was clearly stored in a garage or a basement for many, many, many years. And that keyboard, there's not a chance in hell that thing works. This is an old membrane keyboard. Don't get excited. This isn't like a cherry switch keyboard. No, this is membrane. So a little bit about Vendex. They were a Dutch company, and they were selling computers to consumers. They were marketing towards first computer owners, entry-level users. These machines were sold on a relatively lower end of the budget scale. I think I said earlier, LGR did a perfect video on this system, talking about how it was sold, the marketing behind it, which resulted in a pro wrestler losing his career, which is unfortunate. I won't spoil that story. You can go watch LGR's video. He did a great job. He covered all the bases. And there's a reason why I only have 20,000 subs and he has like 10 million. So good on him. But I do what I do. So let's see if this thing actually works. I don't think it does. I have my suspicions that keyboard will have probably 3 working keys. What's interesting is it came with a mouse. It came with, now get this, a BSR mouse. BSR. Now, BSR is more known for their turntables, but apparently they slapped their logo on a mouse at one point. Came with a 2400 baud, what is this thing? Cardinal modem. It's a neat find. I love these old modems. They came in extruded aluminum cases. Very cool. Kind of like a Hayes smart modem. They were also known for those cases as well. And this is, I know what this is. This is a memory cover for a laptop, potentially. Or it could be a calculator battery door. I don't know. But it looks like a memory card, cover for like maybe a neck or a unit, not a Unisys, but I don't know. If you know what this goes to and you need one, hit me up. I might be able to give this to you. All right. Got to plug this thing in. I don't know if it works. I mean, for real, I really don't know. This base may not even go to this monitor. I'm nervous, actually. I think it goes to a different monitor. The color doesn't quite match. Now, this is not the original. Unfortunately, this is not the original monitor. I was hoping it had its original monitor, but at least it's a monitor that could have been sold by itself, not paired with another system. I don't like, for example, I wouldn't want to put a monitor on this that says HP on it. Not that there's any reason why that would be a problem, but from an aesthetics point of view, having a particular branded computer with a generic branded monitor is okay in my train of thought, if you can't find an exact original. But this monitor was made in 1989, and it is a VGA monitor. Now, what makes me nervous, well, maybe not. I was going to say this is probably a monochrome VGA, but maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Let me see. Let's see if we can get that base to fit. Let's take a look here. I'm going to prop my phone up here. I don't have a tripod for the phone. Never bought one. Hadn't really planned on it. Let's try to straighten out some of this junk. And we're going to see if this thing actually runs. I will say it again. I would be surprised if it worked. Just saying. I don't have high hopes. I'm trying to be realistic here. If you want to put it this way, I bought this thing for $100 as a gamble. I mean, probably should have taken that $100 and invested it in the lottery. Yes, I said invested. No, that was not a mistake. So let's untangle all these wires. Put that over there. But one of the things that attracted me to this machine was the fact that it still has all of its original software. Now, I've shot this part of the video probably 5 times. So I apologize if I've already talked about this. But before we dive in, let's take a look at this right here. This is really what really popped out to me is the Vendex manuals and software. So let's take a look at this packet here. Look at this. Master Disk 1, Master Disk 2, Executive Writer, Filer, MyCalc, and we got ATI Skill Builder, which is, I don't know what that means. ATI Skill Builder. So before we really move on to powering it up, I want to talk about the system itself. Now, it does look kind of familiar, and if you've watched LGR's video on this, he talks about this at great length. But Vendex doesn't make computers. They are a reseller, they're a marketer. This computer was actually manufactured in Korea, not in Deutschland or Denmark or wherever the hell they're from. But it was manufactured, I believe, by Samsung in South Korea. And this exact system was sold under at least 3 or 4 different brand names. One of them being the Epson Apex line, and the other one being Packard Bell. I actually had another version of this. It was sold by Acer. So this machine is kind of a chameleon. It's exactly the same machine, but packaged differently, with a few different changes to the faceplate. Now let's see if that stand fits this monitor, because I don't think it does. I think this goes to a different monitor, and I'm really mad about that. But I'm not mad. I mean, I'll live. But where's the front? Usually the front is marked. Well, maybe not. Maybe it is. So it would actually go like something like. Oh wait. There's a threaded. Yeah, this is the right one. But we are missing the screw that secures it to the monitor, so that's unfortunate. Yeah. It goes like that. And those strakes are in the back. Okay, so we'll have to find a screw that fits that. That shouldn't be that hard. It may actually be in the box. I still have it. Hold on. All right. So I just put the monitor up. Make sure the power switch is off. Yep. Okay. Now, we're going to obviously tear this thing apart. And we're going to see what we got in there. But I just want to see if it even works. So, turn on. Okay, I don't know which way on is on, but here we go. We're going to start this Vendex. I said my Windows was Vendex. Here we go. Ooh. Stuck key. Okay, hard drive spins. Probably should hook up the display. That'd be a good idea. But the drive does a seek test. It sounds interesting. That didn't sound good. Oh shit. I think it's dead. Oh, it's booting. We have nothing on the display. Oh, there we go. Huh. Okay, so boot disk failure. Color me shocked. Okay. Got a stuck key somewhere here. Oh, here we go. 1989. Okay. It's got probably 640. Yeah, 640. Yep, 640. All right. We got a floppy seek, hard drive seek, boot disk failure. Yeah, this keyboard's no good. Yeah, this keyboard's toast. That doesn't mean it's bad. It means that we need to potentially find another one. I have other keyboards. Let me try a different one. Yeah, there's something going on around here. So but it does try to boot from a floppy. So what I want to do, before I put any floppies in it, I'm going to clean the heads. And I just clean them up, make sure there's no dust buildup. Yeah, that's not a good sound. It's not supposed to do that. We'll put a disc in there, just kind of let those heads clean themselves. The hard drive sounds healthy. I mean, it really does. It sounds like a healthy drive. Let's see, MS-DOS 3.2, Vendex Headstart operating environment. Okay, that answers that question. I wasn't sure if the Vendex operating environment, which if you didn't see LGR's video, which you should, the Vendex operating environment is a kind of a proprietary interface that makes the computer friendly to use for a novice. That's essentially what it does. Packard Bell had one like that too. But because our keyboard is dead, we can't do the press any key to restart. Oh, whoa, what just happened? It restarted itself. Let's see if it boots. I somehow doubt it will. I kind of expected the keyboard to have issues. I was putting money on it. Well, betting myself. It doesn't count, does it? Like, I'll pay myself $100 if it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Anyway, let's see what happens. It does a hard disk seek. It doesn't see what it wants to see. It's booting. We're trying to. Come on, you can do it. Come on, baby. Come on. Make Daddy proud. Let's do this. No, doesn't sound good. Damn. Yeah. I think it's got some problems. Okay, these discs are probably no good. Probably. More than likely not good. Yeah, I'm going to call it. I don't think those discs are any good. Let me grab a copy of DOS that I know works. So the Turbo 888. So the Turbo was a, if I recall, so a typical 8088 chip is clocked at about 4.77 megahertz, and I believe the Turbo was clocked at around 8 megahertz, so nearly double the normal clock speed. And that's where the Turbo comes from. And these were like the tail end of the XT era. And then the ATs kind of took, it's not booting. There's something, we need to do some troubleshooting on this, but that won't be, we're not going to be able to do that now. I don't have time. I've got a few other projects kind of in the middle of, completion. So we won't be troubleshooting and repairing it today, but we will definitely take a look at it. All right. Let's take a look at what we got in here. Wow. So okay, the logic board is, oh, now that's interesting. Okay. I've never seen a computer built like this before. So this is not like the Acer that I had in my that I had rescued many years ago. But it's a split board. So you've got the motherboard itself appears to be more of a backplane. Korean made. It's got a Samsung power supply, so that pretty much narrows down who more than likely had a hand in it. I believe Samsung was the OEM. Always keep your open containers next to an open chassis. Chips from BBISHOPPCM. Let's unplug a few things. I want to see what we got in here. And see if there's any data production stuff. Okay. I'm going to start by pulling out mystery card number 1, which appears to be, it's a, oh, wow. Okay. It's got what looks like, I don't know if that's proprietary. I don't know what that plug is for, but it looks like it could be a display adapter or a serial port. I don't know what the hell this is. Let's get this out of here. Oh, the toggle switch. What is a toggle? What is this? Okay. Vendex Pacific Incorporated XT Turbo 888 made in Taiwan. Infinity Technology. This is an original card. Look at all these Samsung chips. Game port. And what? What is that? I wonder if it's in the owner's manual. Huh. What does it have for chips? Let's see. Could be memory chips. This could be the original graphics card. Oh, it's labeled. Oh, shit. Okay. Monitor, mouse, color, mono. Okay, that's a proprietary mouse, or is that a Microsoft import mouse? All right, that could be. The BSR mouse that came with it, where did I put that? It's a 9-pin serial. Okay. Okay, then. Now, this card here has our PS2 port on it. So we'll unplug that. And this is going to be our, let's see what we got here. Make sure it's not caught on anything. Oh, it is speaker cable. I've never seen a computer built like this before. Not that this is a bad thing, it's different, it's unique. There we go, got it. So this is going to be probably our processor board and our RAM. Although it looks like there's a lot of RAM on that. That's probably video RAM or strange. It's got our NEC 8088D. There's our processor. This is probably for a coprocessor, the one below it, that slot right there, or socket. I see some Gold Star chips. By the way, Gold Star is now known as LG. LG. Keyboard plug. Dip switches. I don't know what those settings are, so we will not touch them. Interesting. So you've got your processor board separate from your logic board. Logic board is more of a backplane. I think I already said that. I mean, I've seen computers built like this, but mostly, you know, like Compaq and Packard Bell's Pentium systems were built in a way that's modular like this. So here is our graphics card, Triad Semiconductor. ATI. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this might be the card I need for my PC. Ooh, this could be the Holy Grail. This could be the card I've been looking for so long. And it works. See, the problem with my PC, my IBM, this could have been worth the purchase price by itself. This is an ATI. I don't know what the model is. I'm going to have to look this up. But this could be one of those all-in-wonder, small-in-wonder, what do they call them? VGA wonder. This could be the ticket. This right here. Just this one card. And it's all mine. This could be the Holy Grail video card that I've been looking for. I'm going to have to look this one up. Basic VGA, 40 megahertz. And no model number on it. I went through a string of graphics cards for that PC that all turned out to, well, one of them was dead. The other one was rusting. And none of them worked. I'm gonna probably scrap this machine. I'm sorry, but I've been looking for a graphics card that'll work with that with the IBM monochrome monitor. This may be the one. Now this hard drive doesn't work. Well, okay. It should have booted up if everything was kosher, but it didn't. A lot of times, as these machines are sitting on shelves in basements and garages, the hard drives will just stop working. And they often respond to a controller level format. I don't think it's really a full low level, maybe it is. But using debug in DOS, you can access the controller's firmware, if you will. And you can actually low-level format the drive and reinstall DOS. And they usually come back. So I need to do some research on that card. See, the thing is, my IBM XT, I can't run anything on it. I can't run anything on that system. And the reason for that is the display adapter will not support graphics. Right now, it has a Hercules card in it. And Jesus, this changes the game. So what I may do at this point, we'll put it back to factory. We'll put the original, so that graphics card was still physically present, probably disabled. So we might have to check the jumper settings. And I have this CGA monitor here, and we can, test it out with the Tandy monitor. But I got to crack that keyboard open before I go too far with it, just to make sure it's viable. There could be some, who knows what's going on in that keyboard. But check this out. I mean, look at this. Have you ever seen anything like this? You've got a keyboard connector mounted to the front of the case, connected with this short little cable. It has an automotive style glass fuse holder. Now that fuse isn't blown because I was able to plug in one of my other keyboards and the lights flashed. So we're getting our 5 volts. Oh, yeah. What is this? What does it have for a hard drive? More importantly, what kind of controller is this? Is it a Seagate? What do we got here? It's a Western Digital controller. Probably a, what the hell are those? ST something clone. It doesn't say. It's a WD 1002-27. Not original. This was added by the customer, more than likely. What's production date on here? Oh shit! Oh my god! Now we know why it's got problems. Okay. Ha. Can you see what I see? What the hell happened there? It's completely trashed. The logic port is trashed. Now there's no battery here. There's no battery, and it's wet. Or, well, it's dry now, but look at that. Okay, this machine's done for. There's no battery, though. There's no battery leakage. Oh my god. What was right here? The controller. The hard drive controller was right there. So that was no batteries on that board, on that controller. Nothing crazy, nothing exotic. Yeah, this thing is done. It's fixable. Probably have to replace these two chips. I mean, they oh my god. This thing is done. Oh my god. What the hell? It smells acidic. But I didn't see a battery leaking anywhere. Not even on the sub board. Nothing like that. No batteries, no backup batteries. Nothing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, that is so heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. You know, I wasn't all right, let me just explain myself before before you guys rail me in the comments. It's an XT class machine, right? I've owned many XT class machines over the years, and none of them had batteries in them. By the AT days, 286s or 386s, batteries were standard equipment. But the XTs and earlier PCs didn't have them. So I didn't even think to check for a battery. I just was assuming it didn't have one. It wouldn't have changed anything because this damage was already done before I even agreed to buy the damn thing. But you can see it was stored on its side, and the electrolyte and the battery just kind of oozed down the board like this. This is so heartbreaking, guys. But you know what? It's not that bad. I have a feeling we might be able to save this machine without doing any real work, if we're lucky. So what I'm going to do, we're going to remove that battery. And I'm going to wash the motherboard and see if we can't save it. At least, you know what, I decided I'm going to take some of those parts anyway. But if I can sell it as a working machine, I can get some of my money back. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if this thing, get this thing booted up. Oh yeah. When that light goes out, oh, there we go. This thing's cool. All right, I'll just take that battery out. Still a little bit of solder on that joint right there. So at least we can reduce the, yeah, there we go. Bad battery. Bad. Okay. We're going to get some, oh, it smells too. Ugh. All right. I'm going to get a toothbrush and some soap and some alcohol. We're going to wash this board. Gonna clean it up. Okay, so I got the board relatively clean. You can see the corrosion damage, but I don't see any bridging. We could potentially take these chips out, clean underneath them. We got the equipment to do it, but I'm not going to do that. What I want to do is try to get it to a functional state. And then what we'll do is we'll put it back together, and then we're going to see what happens. But I have to let this dry overnight before I'm willing to do that. But the extent of the damage is pretty, well, extensive. I mean, that acid just went everywhere, and it caused a lot of corrosion. But what we're looking for is any bridging, which I think we were able to prevent. But I'm suspicious of these two chips. Maybe these three. They should probably be taken out, cleaned, and then put back in. The hard drive is an ST238R, which is an RLL drive. 33 megabytes in capacity. Now, 33 megabytes back then was actually, well, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, so this answers why it wouldn't boot from the floppy drive, pretty much. And the unusual hanging behavior, which just kind of hung there. Then we started getting errors. So with any luck, this thing will light up. Hopefully not like a Christmas tree. But once that dries, you know, I'm going to accelerate the process. We're going to put it in the microwave. Just kidding. We're going to use a hair dryer. We'll get this board dry fast. I gave one of these to my sister as a gag gift. She needed a new hair dryer, so I gave her one of these. That's why she doesn't have any hair anymore. Okay. And get her nice and hot. Now, I blew it off with an air hose. That should pretty much take care of it. Any residual moisture will be gone. Lickety split. Okay, I think it's time that we power check it again. So it's all back together the way it came apart. Battery's 86th, and everything's back. See what it does. All right, well, no love lost there. Okay. So that's not a good sound. Let's see if she passes a RAM test. We may have some damaged chips. We may have a bad keyboard. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be wrong here, so you know, cross those bridges and dot those I's when we can. Okay, we did hard drive seek, floppy seek, hard drive seek, boot disk failure. No response from the keyboard. I think there's a stuck key. Oh, it restarts. All right. Let's put in a known good boot disk. I don't know how much longer these will be known good. I've been using these disks, by the way, for 28 years. God, I'm getting old. Here we go. I'm just going to unplug the damn speaker at this point. hard drive sounds viable though. So I think what I'm going to do, like I said, we're gonna proceed as planned. I'm going to pull the known good components that I want. Hard drive, the video, that video card. I'm drooling over it right now. If I can't save this system, I'm going to put it back together. We'll clean up a few things, and we're going to flip it, but we're taking that video card. All right, floppy seek. It's booting. Trying to boot. Ooh, it's booting. It is booting. It is actually booting. And the keyboard works? What? What? No way. No way the keyboard works. All right. Mind blown. Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? We gotta find a way to get into drive D. Oops, I mean C. Oops. I mean E? Oops. Keyboard works. Okay, I just ran fdisk, so we need to run the debug command now. And that's on disk 2. Okay, I don't do this very often. I think this is the command. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Interleave is set at 04. Yeah, let's leave that. Let's see, yes. Oops. There it goes. Okay. This is going to take a while, so I'm not going to film this. But my hope is we get this system running again, and battery bomb board and all. I think we saved her. I think we saved her with yeah. I mean, okay, I'll take it. I'll take a win when I can get one, right? Now let's see what we can do for this beautiful Vendex shell. I'm going to use window cleaner. We're going to use Windex on our Vendex. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, she's going to come back. All right, so now what we need to do, so it's been successfully low leveled. We're going to have to run fdisk on it. So we're going to put disk 1 back in. We're going to reboot. This display looks surprisingly good for something that's so freaking old. So turn the contrast down on it. That's a nice display. Wasn't expecting that. All right, so now we've got, we got to run fdisk. I thought I heard the kiss of death on it. It went, but that could just be the head stack moving home. I don't know. We'll find out when we actually format it. So let's start with fdisk. Okay. Create dot. So this is good because it picked up the hard drive. So if it didn't see a fixed disk or a controller, it would say so. So we're going to create a partition, create primary. Yes. There we go. Okay. Make sure the disk is in the drive. So I'm kind of torn. I mean, I definitely want to move forward with my original plan, but that means I'm going to have to sell this without a monitor. Because I'm going to be taking the VGA CGA controller out and I'm going to try to fit it to my IBM XT, which is a machine that I'm keeping. You know what I mean? You get the dilemma here. But then I can put this unit, I can just put the system up for sale without a display. Because I got what I want out of it, you know. But at least it'll have a working hard drive. I'll leave the hard drive in it. You know, I think that's the fair thing to do. Because it looks like this drive is viable. Oh, yeah, it's viable. So let's let that format. I'm going to finish cleaning up the shell, and we'll go from there. Now, when cleaning up old textured paint, use yourself a magic eraser. Look at that. Well, sometimes you get lucky. Now, you can sometimes low-level format a disk, and it actually remaps the bad sectors. Like, it'll see bad sectors, it'll write over them or skip them. Sorry, it'll skip them. And they'll be marked as bad, and the OS will never see them. So don't always believe what you see. But in the condition the drive is in, according to the OS, it's actually not in bad shape. We need to go ahead and copy everything over on these disks to a directory. So let's go to C. MD DOS, CD DOS, copy A. Oops. We'll just get all that stuff in there. We'll have to make an auto exec file and command com and all that stuff and get it all set up. But I'm not going to do that right this second. We got it running, though. You know, hip hip hooray. We got it running. And it wasn't that hard. We just washed the board, took out the bad battery, and crossed our fingers. And she came back to life. She wants to live. So she won't be scrapped. That was, but you know, I'm going to probably cut that out of the video. But for quite a few minutes, I was thinking, all right, this thing is done for. I'm going to just sell it for parts. Take what I want out of it and see if somebody else local to me needs the parts as well. And I mean, that's what I'm going to do, right? But so far, everything seems to be doing fine. So what I want to do now is I want to go through, I'm going to make another directory that has the Headstart stuff on it. And we're going to see if any of that works. I do remain doubtful, but I mean, what the hell, right? All right. Okay, this is going to give us an insight as to what this system shipped with. Standard features. It is, 4.7 or 8 megahertz, depending on the setting. 512 expandable to 768. Two 360K double density drives. A color card. Monochrome Hercules or RGB. RTC with a NiCad. It's a NiCad rechargeable. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It is not an alkaline. It is a NiCad. Parallel async. Now, this is interesting. Game port. So, 2 game ports. Light pen port. Light pens were a thing back then. They didn't really take off. Now, what I don't see or any optional equipment. Oh, your system may have a hard drive. So apparently these systems did not. Oh, here, ATI Skill Builder. American Training International Skill Builder. So we have all of this stuff. How much of it still works is, you know. But it was never designed to have a hard drive from the factory. But they didn't do anything to stop you from installing one. Apple could learn something from these guys. All right, we're going to do a restart. For the first time ever, well, for a while, we're going to boot this from its internal hard drive. I'm going to shut it off. Let it spin down. And then we're going to go through those disks and see what is and isn't viable. Now, the DOS 3.2 software or disks. I don't care. I don't care about those. I don't know what that error is, but it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't. It's not reporting anything to the BIOS or during coast. So I think it's a keyboard error, but it would have come up with. It would have said stuck key. So it's not that. It could be a normal thing. I don't know. It could also be because there's two video cards that are competing for resources, and they never properly disabled the onboard. The fact. Why? I thought I just turned that down. Okay. All right, here we go. She booted. She booted up. Okay. Now let's take a look at our Vendex software. I cleaned up, by the way. I cleaned up the owner's manual. I mean, come on, look at this. It looks pretty. Nice. That's what it used to look like. So I'm just doing a Control-Alt-Delete. We're going to see if it'll boot off its internal, yeah. We're going to try to boot off the original Vendex boot disk before we move forward. Oh my God. It seems to be working. Incorrect DOS version, hotini.com not found. So it's seeing the hard drive. We should probably pull the card or something. Interesting. We'll do that just right now. There we go. I'll pull the interface out. There we go. What on God's green earth? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that error is. I mean, is that to wake the family up when the kid tries to turn on the family computer at 2 in the morning to look at porn? Well, then again, they didn't have internet porn back in the 80s, so I guess that doesn't really hold water. But at least I'm thinking. No. So we'll take that out. So the hard drive is no longer a virtual. Oh, it's trying to create a virtual disk. Oh, that's interesting. Hot. Okay. What I want to do is put the Vendex environment. There it is. There she is. Oh my. Utilities. Is there a diagnostic utility? DOS disk, DOS file utilities. It's all there and it all works. Unbelievable. Oh God, this thing actually freaking works. Didn't expect that at all. Okay, escape works, change system configuration. So this is how you're going to change your system speed, for example. But the thing is, does it show me the current? Displays help. This is where the battery is necessary because in order for it to remain in that particular speed setting. Okay. Utilities, pop-up programs. CRT saver. Is that like a screen? Oh, that's all it is. It just blanks. It's just a blanking utility. Okay. Printer setup, Word, file finder. You have popped up the finder. Man. Okay. But no, there's no system. I want to run a system diagnostic tool or something. DOS file utilities. Anything in there? No, nothing like. So the idea here is to give the novice an easy, friendly way to use their computer. Okay, master disk 2. All right, so let's this has diagnostics built in. So let's try that one. Here we go. Non-system disk. Okay, I think we have to boot from disk 1. Then we can run disk 2. So from here, I think all we need to do is exit here. Press Y. Enter. And it's blue. Probably, yeah, probably doesn't show up on camera, but the text is blue. Oops. Run diag on it. Let's see what it comes up with. Memory test. Test main system. That's, yeah, let's do that. It passed. Okay. My escape key. The escape key is over here. Custom. Test bank switch memory. It passed. Parallel port keyboard test. So we're going to check for stuck keys. So it looks like we don't have a keyboard problem. Everything works. Ooh, except number 1. Oh, no. Every key works. Huh. Video display test. Seems to be good there. Character set display. Oh, okay, yep. Everything's so far so good. Parallel port test. Yeah, we don't have anything attached to it. Well, guys, diskette test. Select drive A or B. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. That does seem like a really interesting error startup chime there that's got going on there for it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. So I was washing the monitor base, and look what I found. The screw. It looks like it was put there by the manufacturer and never used. I bet I'm right. I bet I'm right. So let's put the monitor on the base and get it cleaned up. Now, I have a hunch as to why it's beeping like that. And I think it's because there's 2 display adapters in there and the other one isn't disabled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my Tandy CGA monitor to the... I'm going to take the ATI out, which is my plan for some reason. We're going to take the ATI out. Okay. We're going to put the Tandy monitor in. Well, the Tandy monitors, excuse me. We're going to use the existing display adapter, the factory one. And we're going to see if that makes a difference. But obviously I can't do that with a VGA monitor. Here we go. Okay, vertical hold's a little off. But guess what? We figured it out. It's probably driving the display in an unsupported horizontal. Yeah, okay. So guess what? We figured it out. I just said that, but I'm just reaffirming myself. Now we don't have any video. Oh, there we go. It's a little messed up though. I think the it's like it's overdriving it. Let's switch video modes. So that's it. There is nothing wrong with this computer at this point. It's all sorted. What we've got to do in this case, I believe, is to disable the onboard video, which is going to come down to dip switch settings. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, that settles it. Now, I think what I want to do is go through the discs that came with it. And, shit. That means I need to find a VGA monitor. There are CGA to VGA adapters, I believe. They're little boards that do the trick. And, I have to score one of those, maybe. Because there are plenty of folks running VGA monitors on their CGA systems because CGA displays are, well, they've been obsolete for a very long time. What I want to do though is I'm going to make some folders. And we're going to go ahead and copy the original system software. Let's caps lock that. See, everything works. All it took was a little bit of effort. So, what? Why not? Oh, I already made the director. Duh. What did I? So what I want to do now is we're going to copy the original system software. I'm going to call this copy disk 2. So we don't need disk 1. That's just DOS stuff. Man, this was a roller coaster ride. So we solved all the issues. No, really, we did. It's good. It's good to go. Other than maybe recapping it for fuck's sake, we could replace all the electrolytics, which there aren't that many here. Most of them will be in the power supply. But I think I saw one or two in the logic board, which we could easily swap out. Not a big deal. I'm really not sure what I want to do moving forward. I really don't know. If I put this graphics card back in, I can use the system. Otherwise, that's going in the IBM PC at work, and this is going to probably get... I'm going to have to find a CGA monitor for it. I may actually sell it. I'm going to flip it because I did fix it. So, if I sell it, it'll be for more than I paid for it because it works now. Now it can be proven it actually works. So that's, let's make sure I'm in the right directory here. Index. Oh, yeah. That fan makes a little bit of noise. There should be, yep. Oh, I screwed that up. Okay. So we'll just continue copying all of the interesting. Mode 1. Command com. I guess I'm just putting it there to have a copy of it in case the disk fails, which it's a miracle that it works at all. But now this is called Executive Writer. So let's go back one, confirm. Yeah. What I might do is get a, I want to build a, one of the X-Tide adapters with the CF card in the back. I think that would be worthwhile on this one. If I keep it, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to hang on to this. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to continue copying this stuff until I'm done, and then we'll check back. I'm dying to see what this Executive Writer looks like. Executive Writer, Directory Editor Quit Print. I don't have a file. Kids, if you're complaining about how difficult it is to use Microsoft Word or Google Write or whatever the hell it's called, Google Docs, this is the kind of word editor or word processor that your parents may have had. Well, maybe your parents' parents. Maybe your uncle, aunt. This is it. That was cutting edge once upon a time. Help reform layout margin. Where's the quit option? I don't want to. Yeah, not WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. That's something that most people today, if they don't remember these days, F1. So annoying. Reboot. Executive Filer, MyCalc, and the other one. Let's get those loaded in there just to have them. We're not going to use them, but I do want to have. I want to have these disks on the drive where they're safe. Safer. Okay. So this is the ATI Skill Builder, which has nothing to do with the graphics company. I know it's, you know, you'd think it would, but it doesn't. So let's take a look at that. ATI. It should have an asterisk. Nothing to do with the power company. Just whatever. All right. Press spacebar to begin. American Training International. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, the key to the future. All right, I'm not going to go through this. I'm just not going to go through it. All right, we got to make some decisions. I mean, what is the future? All of these, by the way, all of these discs worked, and I was able to make copies of every one of them. So, yeah. Well, I think that pretty much uses up all the time we have for today. I'm going to clean this keyboard thoroughly. It's going to be brand new when I'm done. I'm going to do some homework. I'm going to find out what that graphics card is and if it'll work in my XT to do the thing I need it to do. But this thing's a runner. It took a little doing, but she's a runner. I'm mightily impressed. So there you go, guys. We saved the Vendex. Yay. Woohoo! I guess.